Welcome back to Under Spire Game. Today I'm going to bring you a battle report for First Blood between the Spires and the Dweghom. I'd like to apologize for any picture quality issues. I was trying to, on the fly, get my camera to not wash out the pictures, and then my camera died, so pardon the variable quality. My list was composed of a High Clone Executor who brought his 3 warriors as retinue, as well as the perfect tool in the Mimetic Assassin, and then supported by 2 units of 6 Vanguard clones and a unit of 5 Vanguard clones. The Dweghom had an Ardent Karawa with Shields of the Fallen and Gifted in Fire, allowing regiments within his command range to ignore Terrifying 1 and to hand them Aura of Death 1. He had 2 advisors and a bannerman to build this combo. For his regiments, he brought a Hellbringer Drake to bring the pain at range, an Inferno Automata, and then a combined unit of initiates, 5 shields and 6 pikes. The scenario we're playing was area control, with offset deployment zones and objective zones across the diagonal. Scoring was 3 points per objective zone you're seizing, 5 points for seizing the objective zone next to your enemy's deployment zone, 2 victory points if you're seizing 2 or more objective zones, and finally 2 victory points for slaying the enemy character. The game lasted to 16 victory points or 10 rounds. After deployment, this is how the Spires were aligned. The Medic Assassin on the far left, next to the High Clone Executor and his 3 warriors, and then a unit of 6 Vanguard clones and a unit of 5 Vanguard clones. The final unit of Vanguard clones stayed off the board in reinforcements using the High Clone Executor's coordinated assault for special role. The Dweghom lined up with the Inferno Automata in the back line. Directly in front of it was his Ardent Karawa and his retinue, the pile of initiates with the Hellbringer Drake holding the right flank. The Dweghom run the priority role, with the Ardent Karawa giving the shield initiates blessed and then sprinting forward towards the center of the field. In response, the Mimetic Assassin used leap plus a double move to start moving towards the Hellbringer Drake. The Hellbringer Drake then lumbered forward and overcharged, while the 5-man unit of Vanguard clones sidestepped onto the objective. The initiates with the shields advanced to hold the center, while the High Clone Executor used On My Order to advance the unit of Vanguard clones and then double marched himself. Finally, rounding out turn 1, the Spear Initiates advanced behind the Shield Initiates, and the Vanguard clones charged in, killing off one of the Shield Initiates. With no scoring turn 1, it remained 0-0, but the stage was set for a big battle in the center. Dweghom again won the initiative role, and the Hellbringer Drake managed to push 2 wounds through on the High Clone Executor. In response, the High Clone Executor commanded the assassin to move 6 inches, then walked over to the objective and marked it, allowing all clone kind models to count as double. The Spear Initiates struck into the Vanguard clones, killing off 2 of them. But in response, the assassin was able to charge and clash with double damage as its own command ability, putting 10 wounds on the Hellbringer Drake. Unhappy with the situation, the Ardent Karawa and his retinue marched and charged into the assassin in the hopes of saving the Hellbringer Drake. Meanwhile, the Vanguard clones engaged with the shield initiates, lost another model to Aura of Death before killing off 2 of the Spear Initiates. When the shield initiates were allowed to make their response, they put 2 more Vanguard clones into the dirt, with the second unit of Vanguard clones choosing to remain on the objective. With the Spires holding 2 objectives to the Dweghom's 1, at start of turn 3, the score was 8-3. This time, the Spires won the initiative roll, and the assassin, with double damage up again, was able to put down the Hellbringer Drake. In response, the Ardent Karawa issued a duel, causing 2 wounds, and when his retinue then activated and clashed, were able to slay the assassin. The High Clone Executor then activated, giving his unit flurry, but losing one of his warriors to the Aura of Death. They then charged into the Shield Initiates, killing them to a man. Finally, the Vanguard clones advanced up to the middle objective to hold it, while the Spear Initiates got unlucky in their attack rolls, doing no wounds to the High Clone Executor's regiment. With both sides holding a single objective, the score became 11 to Spires, 6 to Dweghom. But being turn 4, the reinforcement Vanguard clones could now enter in from the side edges of the table. Dweghom won the initiative roll, with the Spear Initiates killing off another warrior model from the High Clone Executor's unit. The High Clone Executor gave his own unit Flurry, but lost his final warrior to the Order of Death before killing one of the Spear Initiates. The Vanguard clones idled where they were to hold the objective that had been marked, and the Ardent Karawa charged in, hoping to push them off the objective, but they were unable to kill enough to stop the double scoring from letting the Spires continue to seize the objective. In the far corner of the table, the Inferno Automata, who'd been successfully passing its Pharaoh rolls to sit on the objective, was suddenly faced by 6 Vanguard clones. It charged in, hoping to do some damage and push them off, but was unable to kill the Vanguard clones. At the end of turn 4, the Spires controlled 2 objectives to the Dweghom 0, and the game ended 19-6 for the Spires. Overall, the game took a little under an hour to play. So far, First Blood is shaping up to be a fun and quick way to engage in Conquest. The only real critique we had was that the scoring for holding objectives seemed a bit high, with a rather large score offset occurring turn 2 when Dweghom had slightly overstepped the objective zone. Let me know any comments you had on the game and your thoughts about First Blood in the comments, and like and subscribe for more Conquest content.